Get your coffee, get your tea. Come on, sit down with me. So for today's drink, I have a my infamous black pepper double espresso with cream. It is so good. I cannot get enough of this. It is so good. The black pepper with the espresso, it does something to it. I don't know. It's not spicy, but it's like it enhanced the espresso. It's good. But anyway, it's going to be a quick conversation today. It's going to be a quick conversation today. I'm looking for my sticky note that I just had that I wrote the quote down. Um, I have been mourning the loss of my best friend for a really long time. And I felt a certain type of way because when he passed away, I was so deep into life and what life was doing to me. I was like unaware of it. And when I found out, when I woke up one day and I was like, where's my best friend? And that's when I found out that he had passed away. And I was like, I wasn't there. I didn't even attend the funeral. Like, what is going on? Like, I was frustrated and I was angry because I'm like, I didn't get to say my final goodbyes, even though the last conversation that he and I had, I told him that I loved him. He was like, what? I was like, yes, I want you to always remember that. I never forget our last conversation. Maybe that was my way of my soul letting me know this is going to be a goodbye. But here's the quote, and we're going to elaborate on it a little bit. You have to leave the dead behind to move past the day their soul became fulfilled. So you can travel your journey until your soul is fulfilled. Pit stop in the destination. And I'm sitting on my bed. And I was like, in order for me to really move forward in life and not allow the underlying details of that hurt to move with me, I have to let go. And I didn't know how. And that quote came to me. And I was like, maybe that was his way of telling me it's okay to let go, that I can no longer be a part of your journey, but I once was a part of the journey with you, of life with you. But this is my stop. This is where I stop. And even if the memories get to live on, it's still like their thought process, their being, their essence cannot grow with you, but allow you to depict certain parts of their personality and characteristics to be able to say, this is how they would have been in this situation. This is how they would have been in that situation. And I wish they can experience this. And this is what I wish they would say and do. And how would they react? And the thing is, their body can no longer experience that part of time with you, but their spirit is able to grace it and their presence able to come into it, but they can never be a vessel right next to you or someone that you call on that can just come over and just sit with you, hug you, talk to you, be with you during those hard times. And it's kind of like they became the hard time of releasing of the hard times we used to stress and think about. And the reason I say that is this: when you most likely talking to somebody that passed away, that you are grieving so, I wouldn't say hard, but you are like really grieving it and going through the motions of your grief, is kind of like you most likely would express it to someone else that you love, like, this really hurt me, I can't believe they left. And the anger and the unhappiness and the stagnancy that you feel because you don't want to move forward is because you allowing yourself to be at the pit stop longer than you need to be. And it's okay to mourn and keep going on in the journey, but don't allow the pit stop to be your destination. And I was just thinking to myself, all the what ifs. I was like, what if I would have did this differently? What if I would have told him how much more he meant to me? What if? And those what ifs will always be the underline. And I'll be like, when I make it, the first, I'm gonna make sure his name stay alive. I make sure this, I'm gonna make sure that. And all those things kind of kept me at the pit stop. And it kept me in a place of I won't move on because you decided to let go because your soul was fulfilled at that moment in time. And my soul is not fulfilled because I'm still on the journey of life without you. I'm still on the journey of life with the memories and the thoughts of everything. And it makes me think about how some people really do let go because they are grieving. The prime example for this is Adrian Bronner, and I hope I'm saying his name right. And I was paying attention how he said that his coach was his voice, his coach was his everything, and he let himself go. And this is not judgment, but this is an example of how someone will stay at the pit stop because they don't understand the fulfillment of their own soul or their own voice or their own motivation or reasoning for doing things. And let me move my mic down a little bit because I don't want it to rub against my necklace. And reasoning for everything, it's like he could no longer hear his voice in order to keep boxing and in order to be motivated. It felt like he lost his own soul, even though his soul is still with him. And that's what grief will do to you sometimes. And it's like, you have to know when to let go. When you're driving, let me say this, when you're driving somewhere and there's a pit stop and you stop there and you're with somebody and they say, you know what? I'm going to stay right here. I need to stay right here a little bit longer. And you're like, but we're going somewhere. Like, why are you trying to stay here? Like, I'm driving. Like, you can't stay in the middle of nowhere. And they was like, but it's my time to get off. Out of the car, off the bus, whatever the case may, it's my time to get off. And you're like, but we still have so much to do and so far to go. And you decide to get off with them. The bus leaves and or the car leave or whatever the case may be. If you're not driving, say for instance you're driving, you get out the car, you just sit with them. And you sit with them and you sit with them and you sit with them. And you're like, why isn't your mind growing with me as I'm thinking throughout the process? And they're telling you like you have to move on. They're telling you like, you know, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is where I need to be. To understand where they need to be and where they are is where their soul became fulfilled, and that was the last stop. It's crazy, right? And it make me think about the times that I spent with my best friend and the times that I enjoyed those present moments, but I value those memories. And I value him in whole because I'm like, he was able to see me in my fullness, not my fullness, but he was able to understand me in ways nobody else was able to understand me. Or me and him would hang out and just talk to each other about different perspective shifts, our thoughts and our minds, our future and our goals and stuff. And he was the only person I was vulnerable with in that way. And then when I lost him, it was like I could no longer be vulnerable with someone else because he was the only one that I felt saw me. And the moment that I realized I had to let go was the moment I allowed myself to be vulnerable with the world, with my perspective shifts. The same thing that I make videos on short form, long form. It's the same videos, same topics that he and I would have and just go and 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 go. And I had to change my perspective and my point of view on this one person can no longer be my everything. And the only thing I hold on to when the world is right in front of me. And that's the part that hurt, leaving the pit stop. And that's the part I allow myself to realize that my destiny was never his goal. And my goal was never his destiny. And I had to sit with that, y'all. I had to sit with that. And I'm feeling emotional because I just wrote that and had all these feelings. And now I'm like really talking it out because I'm understanding this is me letting go and walking away, driving away from the pit stop in order for me to move forward to feel fulfilled. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to stop thinking about him and have those little moments like, man, I remember when me and Aaron used to do this. I remember when me and Aaron used to do that. And I'll have those moments, I know, because life allows you to reflect, but it doesn't allow you to dictate those emotions. It just allows you to control them. And it allows you to be like, even though this was once my narrative and this was once a moment that played out so much, it impacted everything moving forward. I know to never stop until it's my time to stop. But my destination is to keep moving forward until I get to the stop. So I want y'all to think about that. So if you're grieving somebody, and I don't sit on my leg so long, it is numb. Oh my goodness, my leg is numb. But I thought I would share that because somebody else might be out there grieving or thinking or want to put words or even a reflection on it in order to let go of their grip, in order to move forward. Because sometimes we'll hold on to the soul longer than we'll hold on to the body, longer than we can hold on to the body. And that's the thing that lingers. Because if we can't have their body for the rest of our lives, then at least I can have a piece of their soul. But you do, in your memories, in your thoughts, in your prayers, in your understanding, and understanding that their spirit may visit you sometimes. That's okay. Ooh, my leg went to sleep real good. It's tingling. But I used to beat myself up so bad because I was like, I wasn't there, I wasn't present. But I had to think about everything that I was going. Oh gosh. I feel like the devil had his foot on my neck, honey. I was going through it. But yeah, just gotta know those moments to let go. And also understand that even though it's a pit stop, don't constantly drive by just to visit it. Because that means you're not moving forward. You're trying to figure out how to go back, how to go back, how to go back, how to go back. Don't keep going back. Allow those memories to be water that flows through you. and not a destination that deter you from your path, because you know they still are at that pit stop. That's a perspective to shift your reality and something to really be thought about. So think about it. And also be sure to check out my podcast and my other videos. And I've been writing my Substacks. So I might write a Substack about this one, but I don't know yet. I kind of just ready to let it go. But I may do it later down the line. But as of now, I don't think so. And check out like my Substacks and stuff like that. And hopefully I will see you on the next one.